I hadn't the slightest clue as to what it meant. I had to read it over and over and over before I gained even a glimmering of meaning. I do understand the meaning of the concept very well now. I also understand that the best way to clarify a highly abstract definition is to go to a concrete example in perceptual reality. Let's assume that you, for instance, the listener, hypothetically at least, for the sake of this illustration, were capable of curling a 100-pound barbell for a maximum of 10 reps to failure, and by that I mean you couldn't possibly perform an 11th rep. In fact, the 10th rep requires a maximum all-out effort where you're gritting your teeth, shaking all over, and you barely complete that rep. Now, bear in mind, please, what we're doing here. We're going to examine a real-life, concrete example, a set of barbell curls with 100 pounds for 10 reps to failure, so as to gain a better understanding of the meaning of intensity. But before I do, I'd like to make a few oblique comments. You may have been aware that over the past few years, and more so recently, a considerable amount of critical commentary has been aimed at the theory of high intensity, even me personally. In effect, a number of people have been saying, how could anybody be so damn dumb? How could Mentzer believe that only one set could possibly be enough? He seems like a bright fellow otherwise, but he has a critical blind spot here. One set couldn't possibly be enough. And the reason that they are having a difficult time grasping that such might be possible is that they have allowed themselves to become mindlessly hypnotized by the mere number itself, the number one. They just hate the number one here. And I must say, I'd rather have $100 than $1 too. But then, we're not talking about economics or personal finances either. The context is exercise science. What these individuals have failed to do, listener, is what you and I are about to do, and that is to forget the number one and instead look at the nature. The key term is nature. Look at the nature of what that one thing is. You see the distinction. Forget the number one and look at the nature of what that one thing is. Were you to point out to these same individuals that there are those who may require only one, again the unit or number one, 1 hour of exposure to high-intensity sunlight stress to develop a suntan, they might be surprised it's still the number one. If you don't like the number one, you could alter the standard of notation. Instead of 1 hour of high-intensity sunlight, you might say 100 zillion photon units of light, a very large number. Or instead of one set, you could say 100 units of intensity.